Today, students, we are busy with the June 2023 exam paper. The company name is Paint. We are going to continue on page 14, the stock sales. Please remember those bulleted points. Take them down into your table, so list the different items in your table so that you don't have to read back and forth. So fill in the bulleted details on the table itself or in the table itself so that it makes it easier for you when you process the transaction. So stock sales is what it says, and then we are going to use our customer documents and our tax invoice. So make sure you've got the tax invoice open, press enter. You never change the number over there. Press enter. Our first customer is Buffalo City. Remember to correct your period. Period 1. The date is going to be the 3rd. There's no customer reference, but that reference that I see there for the number, I must go and fill in on my table, page 14. Under Buffalo City TVET College, go and write CUST 101. CUST 01. So that will become your document number later on. At the moment, there's no customer reference. Then they tell us there's 2.5% trade discount, so 2.5 trade discount. There's terms, 5% within 60 days, so fill in your terms. And then press enter until you get the list of items. First item is paint roller refill mohair, 225, 5 of them, quantity 5, 01 for tax. And remember, you never change the prices when you are doing tax invoices. You accept the prices that comes up. Press enter. And we are going to choose the next item, generic paintbrush 45, quantity 5 also. Accept the price, press enter until you get the list. Polycell crack filler, quantity 5, accept the prices. Next one is drop sheets, 2 of them. Then Cyber acrylic interior, quantity 5. And then Cyber PVA exterior, quantity 5. And then sanding rolls, 15 of them. Press enter to complete the line. Okay, there's no other things that we need to change. Make sure that you've got your quantities correct and accept the prices. You never change these prices when you are doing a tax invoice. Then you can click on print document. Remember, yours must say R105 printer, and then we are going to click OK. I'm just going to click cancel for this document. Then the next one is Gracia Fine Food and Wine. just press enter, select Gracia Fine Food and Wine, correct the date, it's the 13th. There's no customer reference, but write the document number CUST02 under the name Gracia on your exam paper. There is 1.5% trade discount, and the terms 2.5 within 30 days. Press enter until you get the list. 12 Plascon, so let's go down to Plascon, Micatex, Ultra Satin, okay, it's that one. 12 of them. Quantity 12. Remember, accept the price. And when we look at our list, Sabre PVA exterior, select it. This quantity is going to be 5, but there's a note, number 5 at the bottom of our table. Paint has a flash sale on Sabre paints for 13 March 2024 only, and allows an extra 2% trade discount. Okay, so the discount column we are going to put in the extra 2%. That's all for the document for Gracia Fine Food and Wine. So remember the extra 2% discount. And I'm going to click on print document. You must make sure yours says R105 printer, then click OK. I'm just click cancel. And then we have another document, press enter. The last document, T Malibongwe, is a cash sale, so we must use the cash sale account CZ99. The delivery address, name and delivery address of all cash customers must be put in. So it's T Malibongwe. 20 Bridal Path. No Nights. East London. And the postal code 5200. Press enter until you get to the period and the date. The date is the 16th. There is no customer reference. The discount percentage, remember, a cash sale, if you read the bulleted points, 5% cash discount. There's no terms. Press enter until you get your list. Generic paintbrush 75mm. Quantity is going to be 4. Remember, never change the prices for a tax invoice. Paint roller. Quantity 3. Paint trays. Quantity 2. And then Plascon Micatex. Quantity 5. Then delivery fee for 14 kilometers. Delivery fee, quantity column 14, 01 for tax. And that's the last thing that we must remember. We must put in a message. So let's delete the existing message, because this is a cash sale, big sale bonanza. Big sale bonanza from, and then I'm going to type the rest on the next line. 1 to 12 April 2024, full stop. So there's my message. So remember, it was a cash sale, so you need to choose Z99 or CZ99. Type in the name and address of the cash customer. Make sure that you select the correct period and date. Put in the discount for a cash sale, it's 5%. Remember, there's no trade terms. Make sure of your quantities. Remember, there's never a change in the price, and you must also, because it's a cash sale, you must put in a special message. We've done this correctly. Write down this total 6193.90, so that when you do your exercise you can compare it to this total. I'm going to click on print document, and you will click on OK, R105 printer OK. I'm going to click on cancel. Then the last section on page 14 is returns by customers. Remember, if I look at the returns by customers, it's all stock items, so we are going to not use the tax invoice, we are going to use the credit note. So I'm just going to swap to credit note. We never ever change that number. Press enter for customer, and we must choose cash sales. We must type in the name and address of the cash customer, Timali Bongwe. Type in the address, 20 Bridal Path, Nauru Heights. East London, and the code 5200. The original invoice number will be CUST03, CUST03. Remember, there was 5% discount on the original cash sale. And we select the item, one Genic paint roller. Okay, so I'm going to go to paint roller, and it's one, that's too many. And the next item is paintbrush, and it's 75 millimeter. And we are returning 2. And remember, lastly, you must type the reasons for the return. Bought one too many. And then 75 millimeter need 45 millimeter. 75 millimeter need 45 millimeter. So there's my reasons. Quantity 1 and 2, taxes in there. Remember, those prices never change. There was discount on the original document because the cash sale gets 5% discount. It must be on the credit note as well. Remember the document numbers that you had to write down in your table, and make sure that your date here, or my period, I haven't corrected, so let's just go and check our period. Remember, it must be period 1. So I'm glad I'm making mistakes so that you can also see how to go and correct them. So it's the 17th, and it's still customer, everything else is correct. Okay, so make sure your period is correct and that your date is correct, that you have an original invoice number in, name and address for cash sales must be there, and remember the reasons for the return. Then you can click on print document, write down this total on the exam paper so that when you do the exercise you can check yourself. Okay, yours must be R105 printer, and then you click OK. I'm going to click cancel. I'm just going to show something else quickly, but that concludes the cash sales, stock sales, on page 14 of the exam paper for the company Paint. I'm going to close here. I'm just going to go over an important setting. So remember, in class you are going to use R105 printer, so I'm just going to show you how to correct the setup of the printer if something is wrong. So you need to click on File, you go down to Printer Fonts Setup, you are going to click on Set Printer, and from the list you are going to choose the printer. Remember, in class in R105 it will be R105 printer that you have to select. Okay, I'm going to select my home printer, this one, and click OK. Very important also, get paper size directly from printer. Make sure that you do your paper style assistant. Must be plain paper. Then next, single sheet, next, finish, and then you must click on copy to all users, OK, copy to all tabs, and copy to all documents. Then I'm going to click OK. I remember that I had a problem when I tried to print the supplier invoice, so I'm just going to go back to the supplier invoice. Remember, it's already done, so to print a document that you've already completed, you click in the number block and you search for it. This is the one that I want to reprint, so I'm going to press enter, enter, and click yes. So now you can make corrections if you need to. So any corrections, for example, correct the quantity or correct the price, or put in the tax if you forgot the tax, put in a message if you need to put in a message. So that is how you can make any changes or corrections to a existing document. Then I'm going to click on print document. You will see that my printer is now showing. Yours should show R105 printer. I'm just going to click on OK, and it's going to print. Okay, so remember, there was also a debit note. It's not there at the moment, but we know we did the debit note, so I click in the number block, I search for that debit note. There I can see a list of my debit notes. That's the debit note that I want. Press enter, enter again. If you need to make changes or add the reason for the return, if you forgot to type in the reason, that's how you do it. And then you can click on print document again. You can click on OK. You should say R105 printer. So this completes the stock sales and also the credit invoices. Thank you very much for watching the videos. I hope it's going to help you a lot when you prepare for the exam.